Level by Level Gaming, and today we got a special video on this treasure trove that I found here. We are out in the country and I caught wind of an old amusement repair shop. I believe it was called East Coast or East Carolina Amusements, and unfortunately the gentleman passed away, and this was a storage building that he kept a lot of his stuff. Now unfortunately, by the time I found out about this, all the arcades had walked away. All the Pac-Mans and jukeboxes, claw machines, all the stuff that people initially wanted, that's all gone. But let's follow me and let me show you what we do have and what I'm going to work with here. So in here, this is just an example of some of the stand-up poker machines. There is a whole room in the back we're about to go see if it's bright enough for the camera to be able to see it. This is an example of a stand-up poker machine, and I guess he was pulling all these monitors out and using them to refurbish these machines. I'm not quite sure, but this stuff was in here. We've got these tabletop style stuff, just examples of things. I've got locking mechanisms with the keys that go to those. So, because all this stuff is going to have to get drilled out that doesn't have keys. And at that point, a key is just, for what I'm going to be using these for multi-Ks and stuff, for people's house, a key is really just for looks. I can't really imagine needing to lock it up from people. But then again, that isn't something that's available. Also, some other things that I thought was pretty cool in here. This is an old multi-cade or ultra-cade Capcom Classic Disc 1 and 2. There's Ghosts and Goblins 1942, Legendary Wing. There's some pretty cool stuff on here, 1941. And also there's examples of stuff like this. This is an original Sega pinball company. I guess the pinball machine was the X-Files. Someone do some research on that. But this is an old service manual for that machine. Diagrams, pinouts. So to me, even though that this place is already, this room I was told was completely full of arcades. A lot of really awesome stuff that I didn't get a chance to look at made its way out of here before I even found out this was happening. But there's still things like this that, for what it's worth, I'm like a kid in a candy store. So let's walk this way. Now, I guess this house was, I mean, it's probably 100 years old. I'm not even sure. So be careful. Watch your step. There's some boards that are broken through into the floor. But I'm going to go through all this. And what you saw was this stuff I grabbed off the surface. There are tons of boards, old speakers. I mean, I really just don't know where to start with this. In here, like I said, be careful. That floor is very weak. In here is a whole nother cabinet of boards, random boards. It's mostly poker machines, but I do need to go through and just look and see if there are any game boards on there. You know, before this place, I don't know what they're going to do with this, if it's going to get tore down or what's going to happen. But I'd hate for some boards to be in there from arcade machines, you know, Pac-Man, something like that, that's mixed up in that, and for it to get destroyed. So there's just random things left. Something that was interesting is my boy who's doing the filming here pointed out there are capacitors, resistors. I mean, anything you could think that a shop would need. Fuses. I mean, this little odds and ends and stuff like that. That's very cool and could be very useful for my amateur shop that I've got going on. So let's make our way around to where the room full of poker machines, because I'd like to get 2 full stand-ups and at least 2 or 3 bar tops, and see if I can convert them into multi-cades. So here's a room. He's got a bunch of these old CRT style ones, and he's also got like the examples you saw in there. If you look, this is one of the ones that has the flat VGA style screen. Also, there are ones that have this dark wood. Come around here, you can see these are CRT, but this is like a plastic bezel that would pull out, and I would replace this with a larger screen. Don't know what I could use the CRTs if they work for. Anyways, some of them are bigger than others. Like this one, see how tall these are? That one's got kind of an angle slanted back to it. Then there's some of these that are kind of shorter, like this. So anyway, I've got some choices to make, and not really sure exactly what I'm going to go with at this time. I don't even know. There's something kind of odd back in that corner right there. I don't even know what that type of machine is with that stripe on it. So it's something I think that's tilted up on its side or laid sideways. And let's go in here and let's see what else we can find. I have to do some climbing. There is a ton of mold and mildew, so I don't want to spend a long time breathing this stuff. But if you can look over my shoulder here, there are, I mean, stacks and stacks of stuff. So anyway, let's step back outside and get some fresh air for a second. I doubt there's anything upstairs. Is your throat bothering you?
Yeah.
It's dusty.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what we're looking at, and my plan is to glean from this stuff that be useful for repairing arcades. Also to get some of these cabs and refurbish them, repurpose them. I have no interest in any kind of poker machines or anything like that. I doubt these things could ever be put in circulation back again for the businesses that use that type of thing. I think those things rotate in and out. This stuff's been sitting here a long time, but I'd like to take these cabs and gut them, refurbish them, repurpose them, and let them see life again as multi-cades. So anyways, that's been Level by Level Gaming, and thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Your subscriptions are very valuable to me. It lets me know you like what I'm doing, and it helps support the channel, helps me keep it going. Thanks for watching, and the next video is going to be what I'm doing with these cabinets.